I witam was wszystkich serdecznie, prawdopodobnie w ostatnim odcinku z Assassin's Creed'a Black Flaga. Już dzisiaj zostały nam ostatnie tu rzeczy do sprawdzenia. Mam jakąś notatkę, o, nawet karteczki mi się pokazują. Czyli są pewnie tutaj wszystkie. Tu komputery jeszcze do zhakowania, spokojnie, najpierw wejdziemy sobie do kamer. Tak, już kończymy serię, myślę, że ten odcinek to jest końcowy. Przeczytamy wszystko, co się da. O, jest nawet kamera w końcu.
Glad that's over. I hate it when they escalate the security. It makes me jumpy.
Did they put anyone in the bunker this time?
Just for a few days, I think. Sucks, but I suppose it's necessary. We deal with some really sensitive data.
Classified shit, yeah. I don't know how I feel about it, but it's in our contract, so...
And they pay out bonuses, too. Inconvenience pay, they call it.
Really? That's actually kind of nice.
No, super. Za zamknięcie w bunkrze. Ogólnie to zamawiałem teraz jedzenie. Czekałem tyle czasu, żeby ktoś odebrał. Jedna, druga, nie, tu nie. Ale udało mi się zamówić z bardzo dobrej. Więc jestem happy. O nie, nienawidzę tego. Nienawidzę, ale dobra. Kurde, się zastanowić chciałem. Bo się chciał zastanowić. Och, za szybki jestem. Oj, za szybko. Chociaż do tego miejsca nie jest tak kurde ciężko dotrzeć, chciałem powiedzieć, ale dobra. Nie jest tak aż źle z dotarciem. O Jezu, to na to większe poczekać. Kurde. Mamy to, Boże, na sam końcówkach czasu, nie? Już tak miałem, Jezu, przegraliśmy. Ale mamy to, Boże. Porażka. Okej, i jest jeszcze wywiad.
February 12, 1981.
Ale głośno.
Qualitative personal interview with subject 1 on ancestral research regarding Avalon de Grand Prix. How are you feeling? Any side effects?
Not really. Aside from the headaches. They've been worse since I started staying in longer. But I don't want to stop. I like her. I want to know what she does next.
What's it like? Reliving her memories.
So different. The Animus, I mean. The past. At first it was confusing. Distracting. Like New Orleans, the stench. I wasn't expecting all the smells.
Smell is the sense most directly linked to memory.
When I'm in her memories, it's like I can smell more than I usually can.
In general, women have a more acute sense of smell than men do. I had wondered how that would translate. Anything else?
Yeah. She's smaller than me. But it's like her body could do more.
Did that surprise you?
At first, yeah. The ERA people might hate me for this or whatever, but I don't usually think of girls that way. Climbing things. My mom, my sisters. The animal feeling of Aveline sinking her hidden blade into the throat of...
Go on.
It doesn't feel feminine. What I think of as feminine. But then at the same time it does. Her center of gravity is way lower. That was a surprise. How easy it is to land. How steady I am on her feet. Sorry. This is hard to talk about.
No, it's fascinating. This is what we need. Pure experience, in your own words.
Okay.
Can you tell me about Gerald Blunk?
What about him?
He and Avalon were close. but we haven't been able to ascertain if he might be your missing ancestor. Do her memories suggest anything to you? Does this make you uncomfortable? Remember, these are her memories. You're just playing them back. It's not even acting. You're a researcher.
Like you say, I haven't experienced her consummating anything. That would be... Anyway, I think maybe she was confused.
Oh.
Well, first of all, I don't really know for sure, okay? I mean, guys think about sex more than girls, right? That's a fact.
As a researcher, what did you observe?
Does it mean she's more like a guy if she thinks about... Is that why she's able to assassinate... Well, okay, here's the thing. I don't know her thoughts, but from what's in her memories, physically, the fidgeting, some hesitation, what she looked at, who she looked away from, the things she didn't say when I expected her to. If I had to guess what it meant, I would think she was thinking about sex. But I'm a guy, so I would think that, right? So what does it mean for women to act that way? It has to mean something else, right?
As a subject, you're able to observe more finely than I am in review. What about unwanted attention from men?
Well, I thought that would be the hardest thing to deal with. I'm not into that, for the record. Not at all.
Yes, I know.
But the way she dealt with it, it happens so often. It's like you stop noticing everything she does to avoid it. Crossing the street, eyes in the back of her head. She knew how to handle herself. When she was charming, felt kind of similar to killing. Or the build-up to killing. Can we take a break, Mr. Vidic?
Of course. Ready to go on?
Yes.
Evelyn was black.
And white. On her father's side.
You're sensitive to that?
I guess. I mean, I'm white. Evelyn looks black, so that's different. But you get used to it. Like with the girl thing. Until someone makes you not used to it.
What do you mean?
I don't think I've ever had to think so much about what I'm wearing or how I'm walking. But Evelyn, it's like she goes through her whole life in these uniforms.
People expect her to behave in a certain way.
Definitely. Sometimes I worry I'll slip up and play too relaxed at the warehouse and, I don't know, blow her cover.
You can't blow her cover.
I know. I'm just replaying the memories. I can't change them, I know. But I see it, right? It's a risk. It's...
Stressful?
Yes. It's best when she goes out as an assassin. On the roofs or in the bayou. I think she was more relaxed that way. Can you imagine? You're only relaxed when you're going to kill someone.
Let's stick to memories rather than imagination. What about the slaves?
They're kind of just everywhere. I mean, that sounds bad. Slavery is bad, but no one's acting like slavery's bad. It's fun when she frees slaves. Is it supposed to be fun?
We're not looking for supposed to. Focus on what it is.
I po wywiadzie, ale kurde ciekawy, nie? Z Aveline. Aveline mieliśmy, więc ten komputer wygląda jak nieshakowany. Tak, 2 karteczki ostatnie prawdopodobnie i 3 komputery. Cześć Sean. Nie jest Sean chyba. Chociaż jest chyba Sean. Przeczytamy sobie spokojnie. Mamy to. Dobra, jeszcze już tak zacząłem myśleć nad tym. To już było najtrudniejsze chyba z tych, kiedy tutaj możemy się znowu tą bazę danych wkraść. Dajcie mi kółko do kręcenia, one było najlepsze. Najgorsze. Mamy to za pierwszym. Boże, jak dobrze. Ja już się tak wyłączam totalnie z gry, żeby to zrobić. Oj, plik dźwiękowy 5. Świetnie, więc będziemy mieli już 5. Ciekawe, czy jeszcze będzie jakiś. No idziemy do miejsca, które od początku mi się trzymało, czyli ten tutaj start. Trzeba będzie jeszcze wszystkie notatki przeczytać, ale to myślę na końcu. I dźwięki odtworzyć. Jest kula, Boże, jak dobrze. Dobra, muszę na tamto jakby trafić. No kurde, no nie mogę tego odkryć. Chyba wiem. Chociaż nie wiem. Teraz czekajcie. Dobra. Czy tutaj się kręcę tak? Boże. Dobra, bo ja patrzę, jak tam trzeba w to jedno miejsce trafić. Jest! Ciężkie to było bardzo, ale mówię, zacząłem rozkminiać, gdzie jest ta jedna dziura między tym. Ciężki komputer, ja nie powiem, nie? Okej, archiwum. Długie? O kurde, dobra. Wiadomości, wszyscy pracują w ten weekend. Oliwier, potrzebuję, żebyście zdobyli najpóźniej do końca tygodnia w piątek wszystko, co się da na temat Obserwatorium. Dacie radę? Nie, zwariowałeś? Nawet nie wiemy jeszcze, gdzie jest. A w piątek jest święto. Święto, naprawdę. Czy twoi ludzie zdają sobie sprawę, że tutaj praca jest przywilejem? Jeśli zależy im na pracy, przyjdą w piątek i to będzie dla nich zaszczyt. I nie zwariowałam, ale daje mi popalić. Jak tego nie zrobimy, wyżyje się na Devils i cała nasza robota przepadnie. Czy ona w ogóle wie, jak tu cokolwiek działa? Na nią też naciskają. Zdaję sobie sprawę z tego, ale my już robimy po godzinach. I kiedy tak w ogóle porozmawiamy? W jaki sposób fabuła Devils ma się zmienić, żeby uwzględnić to całe obserwatorium? Jak ja mam to sprzedać? Nie sprzedaż, to zbyt delikatne. Czyli po prostu zbieramy informacje bez żadnego powodu? Jest powód. Lejetra ich użyje. To niedorzeczne. Chcesz, żebyśmy poświęcali swój czas na znalezienie informacji, których nie wolno nam pogłębiać, zrozumieć, ani w jakikolwiek sposób wykorzystać? To nie pomoże sprzedaży, a moi ludzie nigdy nie zobaczą, jak ich praca zostaje doceniana przez publiczność, jak mam ich zmotywować. Nie mam pojęcia, kup im śniadanie, rogale z czekoladą, kawa, udaj, że przemycasz jakieś whisky do pracy, małe piwko do obiadu, nakarm ich, wybaczą ci. Znowu nie będą się na to w kółko łapali. Owszem, będą. Chleba i igrzysk. Sprawdź to. Jest coś takiego. Daj spokój, bądź poważny. Jestem śmiertelnie poważny. Pamiętaj, niczego nie słyszałeś ode mnie. Letra potrzebuje tego, czego potrzebuje. Jeśli chcesz kontynuować ten projekt, musimy zadbać o to, żeby była zadowolona. Obserwatorium nie ma nic wspólnego z piratami. Tylko skomplikowałoby wszystko. Osiągnęłoby uwagę od akcji. Odciągnęłoby. Ale to jest fascynujące. Zdaję sobie sprawę, że jest bardziej dorosłe i skomplikowane. Nie wierzę, że ja ponoszę te argumenty, ale z całych sił staramy się tego nie użyć. Wyobraź to sobie, bo moglibyśmy sprzedać nasz produkt fanom piratów oraz miłośnikom technologii spiskowych jednocześnie. Potencjał jest nieziemski. Nie możemy go użyć, więc przestań prosić. To szaleństwo. Melanie, jak dobrze wiesz, że firma należy do Abstergo Industries, a Abstergo Industries to inna kultura. To firma o silnej hierarchii i żelaznym kodeksie zasad. Nie zawsze musi nam się to podobać, ale jeśli chcemy to awansować, musimy być rozsądni. Chronisz ją. Chronię ciebie. Wiem, od czasu do czasu się kłócimy, ale wiem też, że głęboko się angażujesz w swoją pracę i nie chcę, żebyś sama się usunęła z tej całej wymiany opinii. Potrzebujemy cię. Rozumiesz? Tak, kumam. Wybierać swoje bitwy. To zdrowy rozsądek. Nie wiem, czemu ta jedna rzecz aż tak bardzo nie daje mi spokoju. Jestem po prostu zmęczona. Czyli nie muszę szukać kogoś innego, kto mi pomoże? Nie, załatwimy to jakoś. Osobiście przemycę whisky do kawy na śniadanie. Lol, dzięki. W międzyczasie wymyślę jakiś sposób, żeby ich tym wszystkim podekscytować. Jeśli poczujesz się tego lepiej, zdradzi ci sekret. Co? Jeśli uda nam się z Obserwatorium, Abstergo może ufundować atrakcję w Las Vegas. Tak, żeby zgrało się to z wydaniem Devils. To co? Przyglądają się możliwości wejścia w partnerstwo z tymi ludźmi z cyrku wodnego, którzy ci się tak spodobali. Wyobraź sobie świętowanie pod całym zespołem na gladiatorskim pokazie na żywo. Asesyni kontra templariusze, kontra piraci, kontra rekiny. Wow, zatkało mnie z wrażenia. Skąd bierzesz takie pomysły? Och, mam najróżniejsze tego typu zapisywane w plikach tu i tam. Zawsze wydaje mi się, że coś z nimi zacznę robić, jak będzie spokojniejsza chwila. Ale tu nigdy nie ma spokojniejszych chwil. No cóż, kiedyś przejdziesz na emeryturę. Jeśli będę miał szczęście, to nie. Ja też nie. No tak, może ich rozpierdzielą was asasyni. Dobra, karteczka tu gdzieś jest. Ostatnia. Tak. Schowamy jeszcze ostatni komputerek i ogarnijmy to. Easy. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Porównując te dwa, to był prościutki. Albo miałem farta.
So, this will be a short one, Dad. Something to remember me by if things go south. If I don't make it out of the temple today. I've tried to be optimistic about all this, but I just can't. I think spending all this time in Connor's memories has made me anxious. I mean, his story is so painful in so many ways. Still, he never lost hope. Even when his faith in others eroded. I can only believe that what we are doing is the right thing, and that I can stop this disaster. I know this. I mean, the technology is there, waiting for us to use it. I'm the final piece of the puzzle. Something in my genes, or my memories. Some final piece of code to switch the whole thing on. That's why I'm here. That's why they brought me here. Only, I don't know what I'll have to give up in return. My sanity, my life, it's impossible to say. I do know this. Our battle with the Templars will not be over. And whatever's inside that temple is not an ending. It's just another chapter in this endless story. And it'll be your job, and Mom's, and Sean's, and Rebecca's, to keep turning the pages. You know, I keep thinking about something Orson Welles once said. Something like, if you want a happy ending, it all depends on where you stop telling your story. So maybe that's the answer. Maybe that's how people keep marching forward. If something goes wrong in their dad, something happens to me. When you tell my story years from now, please tell them the one about how I lost my way, and then I found it again. Just in time to save the world. And just end it there. That'll keep everyone smiling. Goodbye, Dad. Say hello to Mom. Tell her I love her, okay? Tell her I love you both. I love you both.
No i koniec. Wszystkie notatki. Ja właśnie pamiętam, 3 żeśmy odsłuchali, ale nie ostatniej. Obiekt 0. Pliki dźwiękowe. Możemy je puścić.
Timestamp August 16th, 2013. The following audio clips were selected from over 160 hours of reel-to-reel tape found in the residence of the late Dr. Warren Vidic following his murder in December 2012. According to labels on the tape's canisters, these recordings were made over a 14-month period between 1980 and 1981 without the consent of their primary subject, Mrs. Eileen Bach, a colleague of Dr. Vidic's and the originator of Abstergo's surrogate initiative. Mrs. Bach is now deceased. It should be stated unequivocally that Dr. Vidic made these recordings illegally and of his own volition using wiretaps and hidden microphones. Abstergo Industries had no knowledge of his actions and disavows any responsibility for them.
And we're live. Capacitors at full. Ease the signal in. A little more. You feel anything?
Don't be timid. Double it.
No, we're taking it easy. 20%.
30.
Eileen, go easy. We're 6 past yesterday.
And boost the inputs.
Too risky.
Not if we split the I.O. signals.
25%. Ease up.
Oh, okay. There. I see something.
What is it?
Mein Gott. I hear talking.
You're okay?
Ja, ich höre Stimmen. It's German. Mein Name ist Miriam Kurz. I see a light. It's cold. Ich werde nichts sagen. There's a man with me. Mehr werde ich nicht sagen.
Keep an eye on our vitals.
Mein Name ist Miriam Kurz und ich bin eine Navajo. Des Hitlers Zwang, der macht uns klein. Noch liegen wir in Ketten. Doch einmal werden wir wieder frei. Wir werden die Ketten schon brechen.
Eileen?
Denn unsere Fäuste, die sind hart, ja. Und die Messer sitzen lose. Für die Freiheit der Jugend kämpfen Navajos.
Switch off.
Powering down.
Kämpft Navajos.
Get her out of there. Oxygen from the valve.
No. No, Satish, I'm fine, really.
Quit the heroics. Just breathe. Better?
Yes. Yes, thank you. Did we get something?
It'll take a while to parse. What did you see?
It wasn't just seeing. It was feeling. Being. I was I was scared.
You were shouting in German.
I think I was in Germany. I was in Germany, Satish.
Good morning. Well rested?
Exhausted. Yesterday was an incredible find.
Seems so. What did it feel like?
It's foggy, but I relived the memories of a young German woman. Early 20s, I think. A man was interrogating me, looming over me and asking questions. He was shouting, but I was shouting back. And then this poem just came out, like a chant.
Fascinating. I'm eager for you to hear the tape.
Is it ready?
Yes, we transliterated the data onto an audio file. It took all night to process the language.
Spool it up.
Of course. Have a seat. Judging by the subject matter and the setting, I'd say you landed somewhere in Germany in the 1940s, 1 or 2 generations back. During the war, I'd imagine.
1940s Germany? That would be Miriam Kurtz, my ex-husband's mother.
So she's not related to you in any way?
God, I hope not. I'd hate to find out my ex-husband is also my brother.
Well, if it was Miriam Kurtz, then we hit a home run. You tapped into someone else's bloodline entirely.
Should we celebrate?
We'll listen first.
Surrogate Initiative, Test Session 23, July 29th, 1980. Host, Eileen Bach. DNA sample SB1970.
It's a little garbled at first. This is you settling into the memory.
Your name, say it.
My name is Miriam Kurtz.
Louder.
My name is Miriam Kurtz, and I am Navajo.
Where did you last see the artifact? Who holds it now?
I'll say nothing. I've told you all I will.
I don't believe that is true. Who has the artifact?
Hexler's dictates make us small, and are bound in chains. But one day again, we shall walk tall. No binds will us restrain.
Enough!
For hard our fists, yes, and knives at our wrists for you to be free. Navajos lay siege.
Lock her away.
Navajos lay siege.
And that's where we pull you out.
Whoa. What would it take to get a visual render of all that?
Months, unfortunately. It took 13 hours just to process the audio. Visual takes much longer.
But Vidic is able to record audio and visual in real time. How does he do it?
His subjects are exploring their own genetic memories. That requires much less processing power.
Hold on, sorry. Eileen here.
Hello. You have 10 o'clock in Lillian's office. It's 10:13 now.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry. Tell her I'll be right there. And tell her we have some good news.
No problem.
You in trouble?
The monthly progress report. I'm trying to be honest about our progress, but no matter how much I polish our facts, Warren Vidic swoops in, promising the moon for pennies, and gets 10 times the funding for his Animus project.
Well, we are using his Animus technology. He's the foundation. We are the skyscraper.
Which is why he should be a tech lead, not a project director. Good work, Satish.
It's incredible footage, really. Clear and vivid. And the subject was synced for a full 62 minutes. Came out speaking French after his last session. Passably fluent. And with full recall of everything he'd gone through.
Sorry I'm late. I was reviewing some data.
It's fine. Warren was just telling me about his first subject. Mr.
No names. Call him Subject 1. Confidentiality.
And how about you, Eileen? What's your good news?
Well, we did it. We synced with an unembedded memory outside the bloodline. That's a first.
Really?
Satish was able to process the audio today. A short clip. You can hear it for yourself.
Only audio? No real-time memory feeds like Vidic has?
Well, that's the difficulty with surrogate genetic memory data. Because I'm viewing memories not embedded in my own DNA, we can't rely on my cognitive faculties to help me process the signal. All we can do is record the raw data and transliterate it later.
Hold on. You're running this experiment on yourself?
I am. It's going well.
I don't like the sound of that.
Look, the sample I'm using, the DNA comes from my own son. It's safer this way.
Ah, good thinking.
50% of my son's DNA is also mine, which reduces the danger by a huge margin. Meaning, I can now explore the memories of people who aren't directly related to me. on his father's side.
But for brief periods of time, I imagine.
Right. Just a minute or two so far, but we're getting there. Come by the lab and listen for yourself.
I will, when I have a moment. Unfortunately, work beckons. Ladies?
That man is colder than a San Francisco summer.
Stay focused, Eileen. You both have important work to do.
Obviously. But my work requires his animus technology. I feel a little caged in.
That's collaboration, Eileen. It's how science works. I shouldn't have to remind you.
I know. I'm just tired. Stop by and see us today. We have a lot to share.
If not today, then this week sometime.
Thank you.
Nagranie jest takie długie, że prawdopodobnie w słuchaniu tych tutaj nagrań gdzieś mi zadzwoni drzwi z jedzeniem, więc przepraszam.
Surrogate Initiative, Test Session 27, October 21st, 1980. Host Eileen Buck, DNA sample SB1970.
Miriam, my dear girl, there is no good reason for you to be here. But your intransigence requires that I detain you until you give me information I can act upon. The location of the artifact, perhaps, or the whereabouts of your leader, Bartle Shink. Just a little something to give Minister Goebbels some encouragement that we are on the right track.
How about a nice hug? He looks so sad in all his photographs.
Yes, he does, doesn't he? Perhaps you could pay him a visit yourself. He likes beautiful women. Actresses, musicians.
Pirates?
That's right, pirates. Pirates of the Edelweiss. Isn't that what you kids call yourselves? It's very amusing. And illegal, of course.
Breaking Hitler's laws is half the fun.
Oh, I imagine so. I imagine you were having a wonderful time just before we captured you and your insurgent friends.
And that's the end of it.
Damn it. Why can't we sustain the signal for more than just a few minutes? I need to relax.
That's not the issue. This is dangerous work. These memories aren't in your bloodline. That's why it's not holding.
There's got to be a solution.
Any idea what they mean by the artifact? I've heard it a few times now.
Not sure. I don't think Miriam knew either. Not much comes into her mind when she asks about it.
But she's protecting the other members of her group, the Edelweiss Pirates or something?
Yeah. Bartol Shink. Have we looked him up?
No, we can.
We should. Put your intern on it.
Right. High priority.
Yeah. This isn't getting any easier. Jesus.
Hello?
Hi, Seamus. It's Mom.
Hey.
How are you?
Dad! It's Mom!
Hello, Eileen?
Hi, Carl. How's Seamus?
Great. We were out shopping for school clothes.
Yeah. The summer just sped by.
They all do.
I never seem to notice. No windows in the office.
Right. Trapped in the lab. So, did you need to talk?
Yes, sorry. I was curious about your mother, actually.
Oh. Okay.
How much did she talk about the war when you were growing up?
Not often. Bits and pieces. Why?
I was doing some research last week about World War II, and something came up about the Edelweiss Pirates, or the Navajos, and your mother's name popped up.
Really? That's an odd coincidence.
Does any of that ring a bell?
Yeah. Mom ran with that group while the war was on. There were a group of kids who wanted to avoid the Hitler Youth programs, but in later years they escalated their activities to, bigger ideas like vandalism and sabotage.
But why Navajos and pirates?
Just some of the names they used. Navajos, Edelweiss Pirates, you know kids. There were little pins, little white flowers. I may still have hers.
That's interesting.
And this is for work? Researching my mother?
Not exactly, but... Sorry, I can't talk about it.
Right. You never could.
Hey, don't. I didn't mean to be flippant.
No. Don't mind me. All for the greater good.
I like to think so.
Power down. You all right?
Damn it! 5 months of this bullshit! We're floundering.
Take it easy, Eileen. You're just stressed.
I am not stressed. I'm frustrated. I'd like to go again this afternoon.
No, there is no reason to rush this.
We're hardly rushing. We're running into the same wall over and over again. Why can't we push through? Why can't you keep me in the Animus longer than 2 minutes?
Because surrogate genetic memory data is fragile. The EEG is exploding and your brain is doing too much work. The longer you stay in, the more damage it does. It's even possible that...
Possible that...
It's possible the memories we're digging into could eventually overwrite your own. Like information on a tape drive. There's just not enough space in your head to do both.
Here I come to save the day! Good afternoon, all.
Did you invite him?
No.
But you did. Remember?
That was months ago, Warren. What do you need?
I wanted to stop by. Check on your progress.
Well, apparently it's still too dangerous to keep me under for more than a few minutes.
I always suspected that would be your biggest hurdle. The genetic memory sequencing is the easy part, if time-consuming. But the replay, that's something else.
Yes?
Let's think this through. My subjects are diving into their own genetic memories, so the information is already encoded in their heads.
Which means the Animus has less work to do. Less computing, less parsing.
Right. So to get your surrogate data working, to let people experience foreign memories, it'll take a hell of a lot more processing power than anyone has. Even Abstergo Industries.
Ideally, we'd like to build an external processor that mirrors as many brain functions as possible. Something to handle the calculations.
But the cost and upkeep of that would be...
astronomical. Let me see what I can do. I have some sway with Lillian. We won't build Rome in a day, but if we focus on the pretty buildings first, maybe we'll achieve something.
Thank you, Warren.
Till next, folks.
Dobra, że to już jest 40 prawie minuta. Te 3 sobie odpuścimy w następnym odcinku razem z wszystkimi notatkami. Będzie to koniec serii, więc ja wam dziękuję i tak na jedzenie czekam, więc cześć!